represents his one's head, and the decoration to make the hat look as close to the original as possible. Poppy got to work with production design where she learned how to cast and mould the shells and starfish herself out of latex. This helps create the exciting look that this hat has.
Entering wartime Britain now, Anna Layton's collection is a form of 1940s hats. In the 1940s, when everyone was focused on fighting in the war, people looked to the past for fashion inspiration. Anna's first hat takes inspiration from the bonnets worn in the Victorian era. Takes elements and shaping from men's bowlers' hats. The rim rolls all the way back on itself. There's a few feathers added for a more feminine style. This style of hat was most commonly seen on the young women of the period.
Taking us back in time, Alicia Rankin decided to make hats for the 2006 film Marie Antoinette. These hats follow a colourful colour palette inspired by macaroons. This blue tricorn is the first on Hatwalk and is worn by Kirsten Dunst in the film, who plays Marie Antoinette herself. Alicia's second hat takes the form of a pink shepherdess hat, which can be seen worn by one of the ladies in waiting in the film. Both were blocked with buckram and covered with a Duchess satin.
Welcome down our aisle now for Megan Ainsworth's collection of wedding-themed hats. The first hat is a wedding guest hat, created from cinnamon, with a wide white brim and a sprayed pink crown. It also features a handmade flower with over 100 hand-sewn beads at the centre. The hat style takes its inspiration from the early 20th century garden hats. This next hat is based on the 1920s cloche. It is a bridal hat in ivory with the brim turned up at one side. It features several handmade flowers stretching from the front to the back, with veiling covering over the face. This is also the hat which is featured on our Hatwalk poster.
This collection of hats comes from the famous costume designer Catherine Martin, who designed hats for the Moulin Rouge, the Great Gatsby, and Australia. The first hat we see here is an interpretation of a black velvet veiled hat. Lois used buckram and black fabric to cover the hat. The hat is worn by Nicole Kidman in the Moulin Rouge, and it was The next hat is from the Great Gatsby. It is covered in a devore velvet and has an ostrich feather mount, and definitely helped bring the film to life.
The famous Sophie's collection from the 1969 film Hello Dolly. The film follows the antics of matchmaker Dolly Levi. This top hat is worn by the character Horace Vandergelder towards the end of the film. The structure of this hat has been formed by moulding layers of black buckram. This hat is worn by the character Dolly Levi and can be seen towards the end of the film. tripod made of felt with pink trimming and ostrich feathers. The following headpiece consists of a mini hat worn by the singer Emily Autumn. It is made from and covered with golden fabric. Pearls and rhinestones separate the crown of the hat, as well as the side, creating a beautiful kinetic piece. On the back, pale pink ostrich feathers, also decorated with rhinestones, finish off this flamboyant top hat.
Taking you back to your childhood now, Max Agar has recreated hats from some of your favourite children's characters. Max's first hat is the hat worn by the big skeleton in the book Funny Bones. It is blocked with felt and has an hourglass-shaped crown. This second hat down the catwalk is from the children's story Paddington. It is blocked with felt and set in steam instead of stiffener. This helps create the floppy look seen in the books.
Did he not?